It's September 26th, 2023, and this is Sketchworks NewsBrake. The news stops here. I'm Brian Troxel. Hunter Biden has sued the IRS, claiming that they intentionally made his private tax return information public. We believe Hunter was just embarrassed that he still claims crack cocaine as a dependent. In an interview with Fox News, Lauren Boebert denied being intoxicated when she got a little handsy at a children's Beetlejuice show, meaning that unlike sorority girls, she can't even blame alcohol for being such a big slut. In that very same interview, Boebert also said, "Believe it or not, I'm human too." Unfortunately for Boebert, Roddy Piper was watching with his special sunglasses and saw Boebert's real alien skull-like face. My God, look at them. They're everywhere. Also, I'm all out of bubblegum. On Meet the Press Sunday, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie said he will not be running for Bob Menendez's Senate seat. Or any seat. Or frankly, anywhere. I mean, does this guy look like a runner to you? 92-year-old Rupert Murdoch announced he will step down as chairman of Fox and News Corp and will spend his remaining years in retirement, meaning he will go from running Fox News 24/7 to watching Fox News 24/7. The internet went crazy over the weekend when the rumors were confirmed that the All-American tight end was in fact dating that one guy who plays football for that one team. The WGA and AMPTP, those are the writers and the film and TV producers, came to a preliminary agreement over the weekend that could end the writers' nearly 150-day strike. Here with a deeper look is Sketchworks NewsBrake correspondent Allie O'Neill.
I'll believe it when I see it. Till then, I'm still in college. You have the physical layer, the data link layer, the network layer. No. Please do not. Yeah, network. And then transport. This is really hard.
Thank you, Allie, for that multi-layered look at the strike. Passengers were startled when they found a 73-year-old woman who was first thought to be just sleeping, dead in her airplane seat. Despite being dead, TSA stuck a finger up her butt anyway, just to make sure she wasn't a terrorist. Google is being sued by the widow of a man who died after driving off a bridge while following the company's GPS directions. This finally answers that age-old question. If Google tells you to drive off a bridge, would you? And unfortunately, the answer is yes. Hospitals and pharmacies nationwide are running low on laxatives because of TikTok influencers who promote it as a so-called budget Ozempic for weight loss. Congratulations! You now have a legitimate response to people who say you're full of shit. At a TD Bank in Queens, New York on Wednesday, a severed human leg was discovered sticking out of a red construction dumpster. Local authorities are asking if you or anyone you know happens to be missing a leg, please call Queens. Speaking of losing body parts, Budweiser announced that they will no longer cut the tails off their iconic Clydesdale horses. Budweiser's CEO stated that the Clydesdales are the glue that keeps this company together. And when I mean glue, I mean the actual adhesive that we use for our labels. A new report shows the vast majority of non-fungible tokens, also called NFTs, are worthless. Gen Z has now learned a humbling lesson that's already well known to the millennials and Gen Xers who have closets full of Beanie Babies, Pogs, and Todd Van Poppel rookie cards. Now, this is yet another reason to store your extra money in the Sketchworks Comedy Patreon, where it will go to a great... The gratuitous pluggers had an itchy trigger finger lately. But it's pretty cool. Our last live show back in August was called Sketchin' 925. Today's date is 9/26, and our subscriber count sits at 927. And while we're always excited about number patterns here at Sketchworks NewsBrake, we're even more excited that we are closer to our 2023 goal of 1,000 subscribers. With your help, we can get the rest of the way there, so please click the subscribe button below if you haven't already. And why not check out our Patreon as well? Take that money you were going to throw away on worthless NFTs and instead help us continue putting on live sketch comedy shows every couple of months with fancy props and costumes, and also help us pay our writers, actors, and directors. Make a Sketchworks comedy cog smile with your donation today. About 30 guests at a wedding in Australia mysteriously fell ill with a horrible case of diarrhea last week. Some guests vomited as well, but that was only after hearing the bride and groom's self-written vows. Ugh, those are the worst. A female pig's heart was successfully transplanted into a man who was facing death from heart failure. Since the surgery, the man has fully recovered, filed for divorce, and has been open about being sexually attracted to frogs. A mom in Nebraska received a 2-year jail sentence after giving her 17-year-old daughter abortion pills. Damn conservatives, women should have the choice to abort 17-year-olds. And they said it wouldn't happen. The pundits and polyhisters, the scholars and sages all said the day would never come, but they were very, very wrong. For last week, for the first time in a decade, Miley Cyrus became a brunette again. An article in the magazine Science reveals the mind-boggling sea creature spotted off Japan's coast 5 years ago has finally been identified. It's your mom. Ha! Speaking of your mom, the Wienermobile is back. Oscar Mayer brought back the original name for its iconic hot dog-shaped vehicles after trying to convince everyone to call it the Frankmobile for the past few months. A company spokesman admits this is just an excuse for worn-down grown-ups to be able to say the word wiener and actually have some semblance of joy in their lives. Saying it makes me feel good. Wiener, 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 wiener. Kraft recalled more than 83,000 cases of its Kraft Singles American cheese because people might gag on the wrappers inside. Also, they might gag on the terrible cheese inside. Hasbro announced that it will open its first ever Nerf theme park in the US and Brazil. After the parks open, the company expects to only lose about 1.2 million darts their first year. A car wash employee in Fort Wayne, Indiana found a groundhog in the front bumper of a customer's car. Later, they found a beaver in the car's snatch. The poor thing had a hatchet wound. And there's your comedy rule of 3. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. You know what? Actually, no it isn't. I have something vitally important and very personal to say first. How is it that Britney Spears has been posting dance videos on Instagram for years now? Years! Yet her sister Jamie Lynn is the one cast on Dancing with the Stars. Does that make any sort of sense? No. No, it does not. Come on, ABC. Hashtag justice for Britney. And that's all for Sketchworks NewsBrake. We'll be back next week, and we hope you are too. I'm Brian Troxel. Say hi to your mind-boggling mom for me.